bill.
Question: should conservatives try to scale back Obamacare through a repeal process, or should they set their sights on defeating President Obama's next radical agenda item? Joining us now from Atlanta is Congressman Paul Broun, a Republican and a physician. Congressman, great to see you.
Great to see you, Laura. It's just incredible at the arrogance, the ignorance, and the incompetence of these liberals in Washington who don't understand that the American people don't want this bill. It's a pig that needs to be shot and buried instead of painting the pig.
Oh, wait.
So we need
wait.
Okay.
Congressman, you just used the word shot, and I think you used something else that was incendiary. You said something was arrogant, or if that's incendiary rhetoric. Don't you understand you can't say those things in the United States of America any longer? Those are on the forbidden list, okay? We have a list here now. We can't say those things.
Well, I say what I believe, and this bill is a pig that needs to be buried instead of. So we need to repeal it and replace it with policy that's going to create jobs and lower the cost of health care, and that's what Republicans have been trying to do all along. So we need to repeal it, replace it, create jobs, and to lower the cost of health care and not destroy the health care system that we have today.
Now, Congressman, I read in a piece in the New York Times today, believe it or not, that physicians are leaving private practice at unprecedented numbers. Now, this trend has been going on since about 2005, but people think it's going to get a lot worse under this new utopian idea of Obamacare. What is your prediction about those smaller, more intimate practices that a lot of us really like, and more of the super medical centers?
Well, Laura, I'm a family doctor, and I'm going to tell you that family doctors and primary care doctors all over this country are going to stop seeing government insurance patients. In fact, in a floor speech, I said that there may be a card in your pocket for free government health care, but it's going to be as worthless as a Confederate dollar was after the Civil War, because doctors just cannot afford to continue seeing patients on Medicaid and Medicare, and it's going to get much, much worse. So, and then we're going to have doctors leaving practice, just like you just said. There was a study done recently that showed 46% of primary care healthcare professionals are going to consider or will leave the practice of medicine. So the access is actually going to get worse, not better.
Do you sense that there's any dissension in Republican ranks about how to move forward now? I said this on my radio show the other day, but I think the last thing Republicans want is any type of circular firing squad at this point, that people have to be on the same page, repeal this bill, replace it with something that makes sense and it is good for the American people, that's not as expensive, obviously, and saves money and makes things more efficient. Do you sense any disagreement with that basic premise?
Absolutely not. Laura, you look at the vote. We voted 100% of Republicans in the House, in the Senate, voted against the Obamacare bill. We voted, 100% of us voted against the reconciliation. We're going to be together. The American people are going to see a different Republican Party than they saw during the Bush administration. We're going to lower the cost of health care by repealing and replacing this Obamacare bill. We're going to repeal the taxpayer-funded abortions and replace it with policy that is going to preserve life. We're going to repeal a bill that's going to cost jobs, and we're going to replace it with jobs and policy that's going to create a strong economy.
Hey, the president's throwing down with you. He's throwing down. The president said, bring it. You guys want to call this Armageddon? Oh, there's not going to be any asteroids hitting the United States. I mean, he's calling you out. Are you ready for that challenge?
Absolutely, because we're on the side of the American people. 3/4 of the American people wanted us to either not pass this bill and start all over, or to not pass anything whatsoever. Now, Republicans want to start all over and have policy that will literally lower the cost of health care, preserve jobs, and do it in the private sector, and we can do that. In fact, I introduced my own bill, H.R. 3889, that would do just exactly that. There have been over 70 bills introduced by Republicans. We've been accused of being the party of no. We are the party of KNOW. We know how to lower the cost of health care. We know how to create jobs. We know how to stimulate this economy. We need to repeal all these socialistic agenda policies that the Obama administration has foisted upon the American people, and replace it with ones that make sense.
We appreciate it. Next time you have to get your Obama Wardrobe Department white jacket on, okay? Next time you got to get suited up for this. We appreciate it. Dr. Broun. And